where the world duck calling competition is.
Yeah.
It's actually recognized by the rest of the world. And but also that area is just a bunch of fucking rice fields. At the high school, their mascot is the rice bird, but when you look at it, it's a fucking mosquito.
Nice.
Yeah. And they might not have quick and they might not have athletic kids, but them kids get all the rice they can eat. They always got big kids.
You are breaking up and getting all warbly, something fierce.
Okay. Is it any better?
That's a little bit better.
I guess I could try a reboot, but
Yeah, you're okay now. It was just I don't know. It sounded like
it'd be spiky. We've got a lot of storms in between you and I.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounded like choppy internet.
Yeah. Well, you know, I've got a son, and you know, while he doesn't always do it, he has a rather powerful computer that's, you know, got a landline right into our shit. So, I mean, anytime that he starts doing something fucked up, well, you know, really intensive, maybe not fucked up, it might drain or spike or shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I actually charge him rent and portion of utilities, so I hate to try to be a dick and be like, you know, calm down on the fucking Wi-Fi, man. But
yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, if you're gonna pay your way, you should get your fucking equal. You should get your share.
Right.
You know, that ain't right. The lighter's in your hand, man. Oh. I'm being asked for stuff. Oh, you had the remote. Good job hounding me for it. It was pretty manipulative of you there. I love you. We got to go to my favorite sushi joint tonight, so I'm really in a good mood.
Nice.
I tried this new drink. It was I don't think it was in the gory category, but it could have been. But it was Snow Maiden was the name of it.
Oh, I've had Snow Maiden.
Oh, it's very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Ching Shiih just fell off. Just fell right back on. Hopefully she's not having internet issues.
There's Glenn.
So when you hit the rolls all the time, are you going for a certain number, or are you trying just to catch the flow? What's the philosophy there, Glenn?
The latter. I'm trying to figure out tonight. I'm going to roll low.
Okay. All right. I get you. I was curious. That's all. You know.
Actually, it's just warming up my button, my mouse button.
I usually set mine to 2d6. I'll roll it once to kind of put the 2d6 in the memory, you know. I don't pay a lot of attention to the roll. I've tried many different ways of trying to get a feel of the way these random dice generators work, and
semi-random.
I feel you.
Cookies.
So
cookies.
Believe it or not, I got a response about the dice roller not working. And Roll20 said that they fixed it.
So you're trying it.
Well, I'm going to try it tonight, and we will see what their idea of fixing it is.
Okay, I'm a big believer in if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And so me as a player, without a whole bunch of shit to do, I don't feel a need for a toolbar.
Well, I like the look of the new.
Yeah, the video, but we can't hear you yet. Cannot hear you. We see you doing your signs.
No, I was intentionally muted.
Oh,
That stuff happening here. I just couldn't. I like turned off the video on Skype, and all of a sudden the video went off for everything.
Oh, okay.
Weird.
So, it's fixed now.
All right. Well, welcome, you two. Glad to see y'all are alive.
Well, they did fix the negative number issue.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, that is doable.
Generally you don't roll a lot of negative numbers, but we have a way of forcing you to do so. Like,
yes.
Yeah, I'd be surprised how many warrior motherfuckers don't have unarmed combat.
I know, right? Yeah.
But I mean, I guess technically, man, they should have 0 if they've got like blade or something like that.
They got dexterity 3 and no unarmed combat.
Yeah, I'm just absolutely shocked that they actually fixed it. That's
Have they ever fixed anything before?
No. Quite literally, no. Absolutely not.
You're good. You're good.
Chris.
Yes.
On my profile, it says that my body armor is at 11, but on the PDF, it says the basic armor is 13. So if I upgrade, do I upgrade to the 13, or is that where I'm at, and I upgrade to the one above that?
Let me take a look.
You add them together.
You wish.
Yeah, sure do.
You're wearing 2 sets of armor.
Yeah.
And my new AC of 40.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Let me take a look.
Sweet.
Armor. You have combat armor basic.
Have y'all ever heard of RPG bingo?
No.
We played it the other day. We were playing 5e, but the dude had bingo cards, and it had shit like, player gets to 0 hit points, or player makes a strength check. It had all kinds of shit. But it was bingo. It was kind of interesting and fun.
Huh. Where is combat?
We've got the whole. No, we don't. We're missing one still.
Nope, there's Cameron and Devin.
And we've lost Rexar and Ox, I guess.
Yeah, they're still out. I'm not sure what Ox is doing. Here we go. You are right. It should be 13. Let me fix that.
And we're trying to decide, or he's trying to decide what to upgrade. Whether he needs to upgrade his gun or his armor. And I'm wondering if, since I have more guns than I can hold, if I could loan him one of mine.
Yeah,
if you tax him for it. You've got to tax him in some form for it. Just to be a true Ching Shiih. You can't just hand that shit over. He's got to shine your shoes or something. I'm just saying that would be. That's my opinion, which doesn't mean shit.
Your protection for combat armor basic should be 13, tech level 10. It only requires vac suit 1.
Okay. I think I'm going to upgrade to to the upgrade.
Because he's got the 110 to spend thanks to us.
Yes.
No, it's thanks to us. Us. We all did it.
Okay, if you say so.
Yeah, we killed the motherfuckers and went and took over. All I did was exploit information, you know? But we did the adventure together. Even if you weren't there, your character was running around, sleeping with Princess Rao, getting strapped on,
the palace occupied
on TV.
What did you buy?
The combat armor improved.
Okay.
I suggest going for armor before weapons, just because your armor will keep you going through the fight.
17.
Even if you're not killing anybody, you're at least living through the hits that you take. Whereas if your weapons, I mean, you're just going for the paper cannon. You'll fucking die.
Yeah, armor's pretty important.
If you can go another round, chances are one of your teammates might throw a plasma grenade at whatever's threatening you. But if you die, then people quit shooting and start trying to do first aid and things like that.
There's an equal chance that the teammate that's throwing the plasma grenade will roll snake eyes, and it'll land at your feet instead of the feet of the enemy.
Right.
Well, you know, we've been throwing a lot of grenades, and that hadn't happened yet, so it's coming.
You've been throwing a lot of grenades.
Well, I'm a pacifist. I'm sorry. I've been told I'm loud.
All right, welcome to the Pirates of Drinax. We'll be picking up where we left off last week. These guys have gone down to the surface of Drinax and are attempting to rescue King Oleb, who him and his hawk warriors went down to on the eve of the wedding of Ching Shiih and Princess Rao in an attempt to hunt an imported fungal vole that they brought in, and they went where they decided to hunt for it was in the region of Drinax known as the Pillars of Night. And they now realize that the Pillars of Night is actually the remains of a archaeology that, because of the skeletal structure of the buildings, it is a hub of electromagnetic activity. Just a whole bunch of lightning rods poking up out of the surface of the planet, and so these guys are on a journey. Well, Beth, Keith, Ting, and Gregor are on a journey into a area of the Pillars of Night in an attempt to rescue or recover King Oleb. Meanwhile, Ching Shiih and Jacob are in orbit in the Anubis, the Harrier, kind of keeping an eye on the situation. And there's going to be a whole bunch of information that's going to be coming in. But before we get started, I'd like to thank one of the friends of the Greenwater Guildhall. None of these are sponsorships or partnerships of any kind. They're just products that we really like. Tonight we would like to thank Fable Beard Company. Fable Beard Company makes wonderful beard products such as oils, balms, butters, and co-wash. Bombs come in a tin, just like what Gregor's holding up. In fact, I'm wearing the same one tonight. That is the Hero. It smells of a light cologne
apply it
scent.
like this.
Yes. I don't. I smear that stuff all around and I just go to town. But all of their scent profiles are a different fantasy character. For instance, we're wearing the Hero. It smells of light cologne. They have another favorite of mine is Dr. Wolf, which smells like a blueberry pipe tobacco.
That's good.
They have a bunch of different scents available. And if you're a first-time purchaser, they do have a buy one, get one free option. So go to fablebeardco.com, create an account, and you put 2 beard oils into your cart, and when you're checking out, use the code FIRST in all capital letters, and you'll get that second beard oil for free. If you are a fan of the channel, excuse me, my allergies are killing me. If you're a fan of the channel, we do have a merch store via Zazzle. We have buttons and t-shirts, and we have a blanket that comes in 3 sizes. There's a beer stein. We have a whole bunch of stuff. And 100% of the proceeds from that store go directly back into the channel. So if you want to help support us, go get yourself a new t-shirt. And along those same lines, a new book for the Braunhaven campaign setting is, I would say probably about 50% done. So I am making progress on it. The Lost Mines of Drothamstone will be available in print on demand and PDF via Drive-Thru RPG. So go ahead and check it out. But if you're new to the Braunhaven campaign setting, I just put up a bundle today, the Braunhaven Adventure Bundle, that includes the campaign setting, the adventures, the thing in the basement, the light in the church, the nobleman's manor, and the ruins of Castle Braun, all in one PDF bundle. And so you can pick that up, and it actually saves you a little bit of money over purchasing all of them individually. It saves you about $2-3, so go check it out. Where we left off, so Beth sets down, Ting sets down the dragon flyer. It's right here. So this is what you guys are flying right now. It is not a spaceship. It is a grav vehicle. And this is a anti-grav, the replacement of the helicopter. It is an anti-grav vehicle. And so, yeah, Ting sets this beast down somewhere just off the southern edge of the map. And you guys can see overhead that you can see the skeletal structure of this arcology just kind of all warped and twisted and poking up out of the earth, or out of the Drinax, and up towards the sky. And you can see that every now and again there is a raging storm going on, and you can see that lightning will strike these skeletal structures and then arc between the skeletal buildings. And so, I mean, the whole area is just filled with electromagnetic radiation. Checking your comms, you get nothing but static. You are not able to be in contact with Anubis, and you don't have any way of reaching the floating palace. You guys are incommunicado because of EM interference.
Cool. I want to go ahead, and before we exit the Dragonfly, I want to do a hardcore active scan and see if I can locate anything that might lead us on or anything. I mean, I understand there's a lot of interference and shit, but fuck it. It's worth fucking a shot and getting information. 12.
Yeah, so let's see here. You rolled a 12?
Yeah,
Yes.
right there.
Okay. And the Dragon Flyer has
giving me either
a +1 to sensors. So,
that's figured in my roll already.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
you showed me that information. I just used it.
So that was a formidable check. You would have needed a 14 or better. You are pulling up basically just a staticky smear of the entire area. You're not able to pinpoint or lock on to anything.
fair enough. Going to power down the Dragonfly, make sure it doesn't attract lightning, or at least try to. I mean, again, it's got a high tech level. If it's got a grounding procedure or something, I want to go ahead and activate that.
I sure hope so.
Yeah, I mean, well, so wind gusts right now are, the wind is maintaining a nice 25 to 30 miles per hour, with gusts that go up to 40 all the way to 60 miles an hour. So this is a rather beefy storm, and the good news is that right now it seems to be starting to die down a bit.
Hopefully it'll die down. I guess we got to go.
Yeah, can we anchor ourselves? Or our combat is our combat?
Oh man, that's why we got a fucking medic.
Proof?
Well, yeah.
Are we lightning proof or not?
That's a really good question.
If you get a direct strike from a lightning bolt, man, shit's probably gonna fucking hurt.
Yeah, I mean it's not gonna do you any favors, that's for sure. You might have like a new hairdo, but I mean your armor. I mean, what kind of armor are you guys wearing?
I'm wearing my fucking combat armor. It's fucking
battle dress or combat armor.
Battle dress.
All right.
I got battle dress as well.
Yeah, battle dress. I mean, I assume.
Yeah, I'm wearing my grade A most powerful shit.
Okay.
I don't see why I wouldn't.
Bringing my Gauss rifle.
So I would say battle dress is probably your safest bet. It's going to protect you the most. I mean, all a lightning bolt really is a plasma arc, and so battle dress really it's designed to combat plasma weapons. I would think probably that a PGMP, Plasma Gunman Portable, is going to do probably more damage than a lightning bolt. It's just
hell yeah.
It's just more focused. So you might take a little bit of damage, but I think you guys will be okay.
Yeah. Well, I guess we're headed on in.
Let's go.
Okay. So you can all move up to 6 meters.
I don't know. I think I moved this.
And you can kind of place yourself where you want within 6 meters from your starting point.
Where did you want to move? Sorry. That's fine.
I try to get out front is what I'll be trying to do, but I guess I can get up here next to Cat and Beth, start out. And it's not that I'm a bigly badass or nothing, is that, I mean, whatever encounter this is, I've got to try to melee it or throw grenades. And so those are my choices.
And either way, I don't want to be too near you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I really, I like my hand-to-hand, man. I mean, when I rode that fucking huge ass cat, man, and that was fun as shit. I had a lot of, and the visualizations I got off of it, man, I was bucking and had a cowboy hat and all that shit. But I don't know if anybody else saw that.
I need to get me a cutlass.
Man, I've got a 98 Cutlass Calais.
I'm sure that there are cutlasses available in the ship's locker. If you can just add one if you want a cutlass.
Yeah. They got bad gas.
Because now that I got blade 1, I might as well have a blade.
Right?
Oh man, if we ever hit a high level place, you need to get a mono blade or something cool.
Just a second here. Prepping something.
And I always bring 1 frag, 1 stun, and 1 plasma grenade, and 1 AP magazine.
Yes.
Even if I'm not moving closer to the structure, can I strafe myself from like east to west just to kind of separate?
Yeah.
Okay, because as we approach, I'm going to try to, I mean, I know there's like this hostile fucking big crazy hunter, and we have a fifth. We've got the captain with us.
Yes, you do.
And his battle dress.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
That
Admiral
is
Queen Lord.
correct.
Yeah, bring your bitch ass. He's going to die in this adventure. He challenged me, and I'm sorry. I'll kill that motherfucker accidentally. I'm talking shit. I might fucking kill this dude if I get the opportunity, because that's Ting.
I don't see any way underground yet.
He'll pop up out of the ground. You gotta look for fungus and shit. I'm standing next to some, but I wasn't even thinking when I put myself there till we brought this shit up. Hopefully the big badass.
Is that fungus or is that a crystal?
Man, I don't know. I'm not from this world. I just fight for it. And then there's like the fungus roach fucking grounded.
Okay. So here is...
What's gonna come? What's gonna come out and get us? It's gonna be a damn huge monster. That vole thing is here, and it's killed all the guards.
So, you guys leave the Dragon Flyer and are heading towards this structure up here. You see that there are a couple of things about this structure. First, you see that right here, and here, and actually here as well, and in this little cubby here, there are 3 openings. You see that there are damaged airlocks that lead into the structure. This is the base of this arcology, and or a section of this arcology. You don't. It's impossible to tell what this was used for, or what this section was used for. There's just no telling. But the other thing that you notice, and I mean you can visually see that there are these openings. The other thing that you notice is there are all these electrical arcs coming off of the building. Here and here, and this one's arcing between the 2 sides of the building. And so you don't want to, you probably don't want to get hit by those electrical arcs.
I've covered my battle dress in dryer sheets. I'm going to be fine.
I'm going to go ahead and activate the camouflage of my fucking shit and try to sneak along as we go.
Okay. So
I want to use my stealth as well. I'm a little worried.
Okay.
Well, I don't have any, so I have no choice but to go.
Everybody, well, Ting, Gregor, Keith, and Beth make a recon plus intellect check.
Well, over there.
Okay. Very nice. Okay. So
11.
Okay. So you guys, as you are kind of looking at the safest way, and I mean these arcs are not constant; they are random. The closer you are to the building, there's like a 2 in 6 chance that you will possibly get hit by an electrical arc. If you're dawdling about, you increase your the random chance of you getting hit by an electrical arc. But as you guys are scoping out the outside of this arcology, you can feel the ground start to shake. At first, you are kind of you're thinking to yourself, Jesus. So there's this storm going on with hurricane force winds. There's electrical arcs. There's lightning, and now there's a fucking earthquake. I mean, how bad are things going to get? Until you realize that it is not an earthquake. There is the ground over here starts to bulge up and starts to erupt, and it would be like an elephant-sized molehill is suddenly being dug up out of the dirt. And
time to switch to AP.
Do you want to
There he is.
Or something?
The fungal vole has made his presence known, and fungal voles are just pissy creatures. They are just angry, pissy creatures, and it's like an elephant-sized cockroach that has fungus growing on its back. And it
has how many hit points?
It has.
He doesn't tell us that. We figure that shit out as we knock the fuck out of it over and over and over again. Right?
Something like that.
Oh, I don't care if you tell us.
He's not as tough as the
as a lanker.
Yeah, he's not as tough as a larker. No. Large.
Thank God.
He is considered large, so you will get a +4 to hit him. Okay. Everybody, including Ching Shiih and Jacob, everybody roll initiative. And so that's 2d6 plus either your dexterity modifier or your intellect modifier.
Or wait, are we just writing the numbers straight up now?
Yeah, we're not worrying about effect.
Okay.
It's all the same. It's just that using effect is just initiative with more steps.
Yeah. Okay.
Mine's really.
I'm 7.
Really a 12 because I get a +1 for my eyes on initiative too. For some reason.
And
totally plus, I didn't remember that.
What did Jacob get?
Ting is going to be throwing plasma grenades, so I'm going to.
Jacob got 8.
Okay.
Try to predict me because I do different shit all the time.
He's gonna grapple the Ting, the foal.
What I might do, it just depends on how I feel. I guess I'm gonna go first. Damn.
You certainly 12's pretty high.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Ting.
Do you have any weapons at all?
There.
You have razor claws in this tip?
Yeah, I've got my mono razor claws, but I mean, hell, I'm a long way away. Is that we're starting? We have to figure out what we're supposed to do and just do it now? Is that what we're doing, or you just waiting?
Yeah. So Ting, you see this large fungal vole that is all kinds of angry. What are you doing?
I can go 18 if I do everything, correct? With no any other actions?
Correct. Yeah, you can move 18 meters if you use all 3 of your minor actions.
Then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna head way over here and activate my shriek box.
Okay.
So that's a word of the wise. Do not get within 5 meters of me. I can go a little further. And yeah, that's my turn. I'm just trying to get so I'm accurate in where I am for purposes. I think that's right there is about right. Yeah. That's where I am.
Okay.
And then so yeah, everything within 5 meters of me will take a -2 to anything that you try to do unless you have hearing protection.
Okay. Well, your shriek box, it would take an action to activate it.
Okay. Well,
So,
it doesn't matter. The thing's out of my fucking area. Anyway.
Yeah, so you can activate it on your next turn.
Fair ing. I run over there and I look pretty.
So meanwhile, up on the Anubis, Ching Shiih and Jacob, I don't know, you guys are realizing that you have completely lost communications with the rest of your party. They are, you know that they were heading down to the surface. You knew that there was going to be some EM interference and that there's a big storm going on. So, I mean, there's a whole bunch of multiple soups going on that are causing this problem. Ching Shiih, I know you're piloting, and I don't know, I know Jacob's probably up on the bridge, probably near a weapons console. Which of you wants to make a electronics communications plus your choice, either intellect or education?
I think that's going to be me. Hold on, let me confirm that. Because I have electronics communication. Okay. He has remote ops.
Ooh, I don't know that's a good one. Remote ops is for operating drones and things of that nature.
Oh, cool. Okay.
But don't forget that you've got Crewbot with you. So, I mean, he's got all your shit kind of covered a little bit. He's got a 1, but in all the electronics.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just want to keep scanning because I feel like things are vulnerable and there's nobody protecting the hen house.
Right.
So that's what I'm doing.
So you want to scan? So make a electronic sensors plus intellect or education.
Let's see. So that's 7, 8 plus intellect, 10.
Okay. So you notice 2 things. The first thing right off the bat is you are aware, of course, that you have lost comms with your party.
Right.
And I mean, it kind of happened in real time. You had minimal communications contact, and it started to get more and more and more spotty until suddenly there's just nothing but static on that channel.
Right.
The second,
like you said, is what we expected.
Right. Yeah, you kind of expected it. The second thing that you now notice, though, is that as you are scanning, you can see that there are numerous ships that have are still in the act or were in the active process of leaving Drinax, joining the search for Oleb. That you haven't seen another ship leave the floating palace for about 15 minutes now.
Okay.
But checking your scanners, now they are starting to show some interference and static.
Okay.
But with your 10 on your sensors roll, you're able to determine that the source of the static is coming from the floating palace itself. It appears that somebody has activated jammers.
Okay.
On the palace.
Okay. Yeah, this is not good. Okay. I don't know what to do with that information yet, so I'm going to stew on it.
Jacob, what would you like to do?
He'd like to have a beer.
Yes, I would.
Quick break.
What are my options?
Well, you know that there is jamming going on coming from the floating palace. There are a couple of options. You could start to monitor communications coming from the palace. See if you can get anything in that regard. You could, of course, do.
Why don't I just shoot at the palace?
Yeah, we're gonna put the palace in our thruster afterburn.
You're trying to get as far away as possible.
No, I'm being sarcastic and saying I'm going to light them aflame.
Oh,
with
yes.
Our reactor.
Let me double check here. So the Harrier.
If you're communicating, you could also try to communicate with us. It's a shit in the shot, but I mean, fuck, if you roll high enough, that happens. And then in your scan, did you add +2 to using the fucking Anubis' sensors?
Yeah, it has.
I'm sorry, what?
It has. Well, Anubis also has a military countermeasures suite. So there is a bit of stuff that you could do with that. You could try to use the military countermeasures suite to get through the jamming. If you wanted to attempt a electronic sensors plus intellect or education check, and you would get a +2 for that.
With the 2?
Would the bot get a +2?
With the ship.
He would.
Basically trying to counter.
So hold on. So that's a total of +4?
No, it's if
Jacob.
Jacob. So I mean, Jacob could order the bot to do it, which the bot would have a total to his roll a +3, and his roll is just a 2d6 +3. He doesn't get to add a stat to it.
Okay.
Or he's just a backup in case you don't have the skills. He can at least toss you a +1 to any basic ship thing that you need.
But
if you don't have the skill, he's just a good security thing.
But Jacob could make the roll, and it would be electronics. Either electronics comms or electronics sensors, either way, plus your either your intellect or education modifier, +2.
So it's +3 either way then.
Sounds like it.
Because he's got 0 in electronics other than remote ops, and 1 for intellect, and then +2. So that would be
a +3.
Or the bot would have a +3.
Right.
So he might as well roll for himself.
Yeah.
That's if you want to get through, and for a sensor suite.
I guess your other option would be to try to task chain it and do the bot and you.
You could do that, which would kind of count as taking your time, which would add another +2 to the roll.
I'll just do a sensor suite.
Okay.
Like that.
Oh, gee, I'd add +2 and get a +5 on the roll.
Well, as we've not been on this ship, we don't quite understand what you're talking about. So that's awesome that's what you would do. We're not quite sure we're following what you're talking about.
So
because this is the first time we've been on
because
for a year.
Well, the Anubis being a tech level 15 Harrier has military countermeasure suite, and it has advanced sensors. Those two items, those each for advanced sensors gives you a +2 to any sensor checks, and military countermeasure suite, if you're trying to break through jamming, would give you a +2.
Okay. But if you tell Crewbot to assist you, you get another +2 on top of that.
Right, because now you're doing a task chain and you're taking your time. You're not trying to do it, a normal job. You're trying to take your time and make sure that you do it right, so that gives you an additional +2. So that would be a total of +4 on top of your roll. If you wanted to do it that way.
And someone said something about +5 too. I don't understand how they're different. Well, +4.
Because if it's a +3, so just doing it regularly, let's say Jacob has a +3. If he does a task chain, he gets an additional +2 because he's taking his time, so that's +5.
Okay.
It's basically you got two guys working on the computer. You got the robot and you got Jacob. They're both doing the same task on the same thing, so they complement each other. Where if Jacob would have made a minor error in what he's trying to perform, then the robot can go, "Hey, Jacob, you fucked up, Mr. Snake," and then he'd be like, "Oh yeah," and then he would get that right. And the vice versa. If the robot made an error, you'd be like, "Well, crewbot, I thought you're supposed to turn the dial to the right." But nevertheless, when you
so crewbot isn't doing so great. He only gets a 6 total.
God.
But Jacob, you can make your check at +5 if you're taking your time.
Okay.
Okay, I'll do that then.
You want to do a Okay. Okay, so you roll. 6 plus 5, 11.
Okay. So Jacob takes his time, and you're not able to completely get through the jamming. Your sensors are still staticky, but you do start to pick up some staticky, garbled comms. And one part of the communications does break through, and it's hard to tell. You're not able to really tell who it is because of all the static, but the communication that's coming through is directing all loyal traffic. Do not dock at the Royal Docks. Dock at the standard starport on the floating palace.
That's interesting because they don't do that.
Right.
Yeah, it's supposed to be out of commission.
It's not necessarily out of commission, but it is. It's not in the best shape. Yeah, it's not in the best shape. Meanwhile, down on the ground,
Hawk Warrior does something.
Yeah, the captain
runs away.
No, I just have a really bad initiative.
No, that's the Hawk.
Oh, the Hawk Warrior captain. Okay.
He runs up here and takes point on the one side of this door and is aiming into the door and does not get struck by lightning.
He's a big fucking help.
Yeah, he just you guys see him just run off and kind of.
Well, he's got a pistol.
I'm gonna kill him.
Why did he bring a pistol against this monster's vole?
Is everything this dude does makes
He's grieving.
Yeah, he's not gonna make it back. He's too distraught.
I'll just accidentally put a plasma grenade in his suit.
Gregor, what would you like to do?
I'm going to move to here and fire.
Okay.
And I have an assault rifle with AP ammunition.
You're using an assault rifle. Okay. Went too far.
And if I understand it, I get, since it's large, what do I get a bonus because it's a large?
Yes, you get a +4 to your roll. Now, you can fire that assault rifle on burst, which would give you an extra 2 points to your damage.
Okay. And it's dex and slug?
Correct.
+2? +4?
+4.
So there's the hit.
Yeah, that is. Oh boy, that is a hit. That is a. So your total plus to damage with the auto for the assault rifle is going to be +10. And that is a
3D plus T.
It is actually assault rifle. Yes, 3D plus 10. And that is because it is an effect of over 6. That is a critical shot. So go ahead and roll 3D plus 10. Let's see what you did.
21.
Okay. And you said you were using AP rounds?
AP.
What is the armor piercing on it?
3, I think.
Okay. Now I need to break out the calculator. So he takes 16 points. So, Gregor, you burst fire your assault rifle, and you see a whole bunch of alien bug goo kind of squirt out of the holes that you pumped into this thing. And but it lets out this strange hypersonic roar that is quite unsettling. It is very unhappy with what just happened. And
he's gonna crush me.
So you don't have to worry about it because you guys are all wearing battle dress. But as Gregor dumps auto fire into this vol, you see that there is this cloud of green. At first you think it's gas, but it's not. It's spores that are now getting picked up by the wind and are being blown away from you guys. If you weren't wearing your battle dress, you would have to make an endurance check or suffer an additional 2d of damage just from breathing the spores. You'd be tripping balls. So, Keith Clark, what would you like to do?
I'm going to aim and then fire my laser rifle at the vol.
Okay.
All right. Wow. I got boxcars.
Oh, okay.
Which total gives me 21, if I remember correctly, because I've got +4, and then you give me the +4 plus I aim.
Right. Well, you get a +1 for aiming.
Yeah, so that total is going to be +9.
Yeah, so that is a +13 to damage. Oh, wait a minute. Before you roll your +13 to damage, Gregor, roll 2d6.
Am I dead?
No. Ten.
10. Good. What does that mean?
So, the vole took a disabling wound, but not enough for it to really be slowed down at all. So, Keith, go ahead and roll your damage, which for a laser rifle is... What tech level is your laser rifle?
11.
5d plus 3, so 5d plus 16 for damage. Jesus
Did
Christ.
you add +4 for it being a large creature to your attack?
He already did.
Yeah, I did add that, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That's
sorry.
how he hit.
I'm trying.
Okay, so 16, 20, 30, 40.
40.
That's what I'm talking about, Paw Paw.
Kill this puppy.
Hell yeah.
Oof.
And how come the king didn't do it?
Well, we haven't discovered the King, man. The King could have been anything. I mean, we've got the reports from these Hawk guys on what the fuck happened. They could have fucking sold him to fucking Ewoks for all we know.
Keith, roll 2d6.
That's Ewoks. It's Friday night.
4.
We just left the planet of big Ewoks on Friday night.
Keith's laser pierces the vole and leaves a stripe of fire across the vole's abdomen. And you can, kind of like the insides, because of the laser, the insides just kind of swell and boil out, kind of like a cracked lobster shell. This vole
he's not happy.
No, the vole, I mean, is pissed off and still extremely dangerous, but it is on its way out. It will die on its own. As for how long that'll take, you don't know, but it is on its way out.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Captain Beth.
Fucking points. The fuck?
I guess I should.
I think Gregor needs better weapons when he gets upstairs.
Man, with his fucking
This thing's horrible and should not be. So I will
And once again, a big cloud of these spores are blown off of it.
I will finish it off with the PGMP if I can.
Oh Jesus! Okay, go for it. She's going with the big gun. So for PGMP, that is heavy weapons plus dex. And plus 4 because of his size.
So it's 12 altogether.
Okay. So PGMP, because it is such a massive gun, it doesn't get the bonus to damage.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
That's racist.
So it's what, 1d damage? Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. So roll 1d times 10.
40.
Oh man. Okay.
It's melting now. I hope I melted all the spores.
Yeah. So. Yeah, he's way dead. So you cut loose. You see this arc of lightning shoot out from Beth's plasma gun, and she hits this vole, and it literally, the whole thing catches fire, and its shell cracks as the insides boil out. And you can see that coming off of it, once again, there's a cloud of spores, but the cloud just starts to catch fire as it's released into the air. And so there's a brief cloud area of flame around this vole. And it finally, it's just like a flash. And the vole is now cooked inside out.
All right, now we can go get
Does it taste good?
The remains of the
maybe.
King.
I mean, kind of like lobster.
That's what it looked like.
Nobody eat it. It's not allowed.
Beth doesn't want to puke in her space helmet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and with the camera drone, I'm gonna go ahead and clip that video footage. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And, yeah, fuck yeah, man. And
so if you want to do that, you'll need to make a remote electronics remote ops plus intellect or education check.
trying to get us medals and shit, man. You gotta have some fucking hype. That's a 12.
Okay, so yeah, you are able to clip and edit the footage, and you can you still have a minor action. You can move up to 6 meters.
I'm gonna go ahead and head to this Hawk Warrior captain.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll be calling out, "Hey man, what's the deal, Frederick? Why you running off?"
He replies that his primary duty is to the king. He needs to find the king.
Yeah, but seeing as how we're
You need to bring something bigger than that pistol.
You don't go running off and leaving the crew, man. We're not having that bullshit. I mean,
his response is, "I don't answer to you."
A boom.
Not for long.
I think I want to stay
maybe
in the
not,
combat
but not
thing.
for long.
I want to go attack this dude.
You want to what?
I want to go attack this dude. But
No, you're gonna get your spatulas, and we're gonna get the king's remains off of whatever it's stuck to, and hightail attack.
Well, during the award ceremony, I'm bitch slapping.
It'd be just our luck
Okay,
that
that's
he was
fair
inside the inside the vault.
Advocate us getting medals, but when he's there, I'm bitch slapping him.
Yeah.
I'm even going to edit
we'll
on the video what a coward. When it shows him running off to the thing, I'm going to highlight him, and then on top it says coward.
So, actually, I think
You're going to give it an adverb?
think...
Yeah. Well,
What kind of coward is he?
Oh, just something simple. You don't get too complex on these little, TikToks. I guess they're space talks, Drex talks, Drents talks. What would it be? Yeah.
Huh. I was trying...
Don't worry about the game. The fuck.
I was trying to split the party between 2 maps, and I know that I used to be able to do that, and now I'm not able to do it. Strange. Anyways.
I'd rather you not split the party.
Well, the party's already split. So Ching Shiih, you're up on the Anubis, the Harrier, and just for shits and giggles, I will bring you up here.
Okay.
So here is the Anubis stats for you. What would you like to do? So you know that there is jamming coming from your own home base, and somebody is trying to redirect not just all traffic, redirecting loyal traffic to the standard docks.
Right. So we left Marines on the dock to keep the peace, as I recall.
On the Royal Docks, yes.
Yes. So I would like to try and reach them directly.
Okay.
So that because they'll have eyes on whatever's going on.
Okay. So you need to make a electronics comms plus intellect or education, and that is a +2.
Okay. And then can I take my time or do whatever?
Yeah, you can take your time and increase that to a +4.
Right. So if it's +4, my intellect is 2. My comms is 1. So that's +7. 17.
Ooh, okay. So you are able to cut through the jamming bullshit, and you are able to reach the floating palace, and your Marines give you a picture of what is going on. And I am going to make my life really easy. Maybe. Yep. I think that'll do it. I'll do that. And that. Okay. So, your Marines report that there is an active coup going on in the palace.
Yep, surprise, surprise.
There are essentially 3 factions. There are those that are loyal to Prince Herrick. There are those that are loyal to Princess Rao, and then there are the people that they don't really know what the fuck's going on, and they're just trying to protect themselves. Right now, the Royal Docks, the Marines that you left on the Royal Docks are pinned down under fire from Rao loyalists. The standard docks are down here, are currently under the control of Herrick's team, and that is right now the I guess the field base for General Rax, and he's the one that is sending out the call for any loyal ship to land at the standard docks so that they can attempt to retake and restore order to the floating palace.
So what does he mean by loyal? Loyal to whom?
The guy that they're talking about, the general, just a word of note that he has a very powerful fucking battleship that can fucking destroy you very easy. It's big and it has lots of guns.
That's true.
So just wanting to let you know that. I'm not trying to tell you how to handle the situation.
So your experience with General Rax is that he is he's a loyalist to King Oleb, and right now, the factions that are loyal to either Prince Herrick or Princess Rao are attempting to take over and remove, basically replace Oleb.
What a waste of time if you don't know he's live or dead.
Well, if he's not dead, that can be changed.
Yeah, that's whoever takes control decides what happens to Oleb if you guys find him alive.
Right.
And they've established their control if he's dead. So
it says Oleb's body right there.
Well, it's also at the palace as opposed to on the planet.
So I guess we should decide who do we support.
Well, you guys aren't in contact with Ching Shiih.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, that's the next step, right? Is decide who we support.
Well, yeah, you're gonna have to pick a side, or there is a third option. I mean, it's not so simple as saying, we decide that we're going to side with Prince Herrick, or we are going to side with Princess Rao. I mean, you have interests in both directions. You guys placed Herrick on the throne of Space Pope for what? Is it Torpal? Clark?
Yeah, I think so.
One of those worlds. So he is the head of their psychopomp religion. And then Princess Rao, of course, Ching Shiih was going to get married to Princess Rao, even though Ching Shiih kind of has suspicion that maybe Princess Rao is involved with all of her little blackout episodes.
Yes. There's only one way to find that.
So there is, of course, a third option.
The Rao people are shooting at us, though, are Marines.
You could place yourselves on the throne. Would be the third option.
Yeah, we could wait for them to duke it out, and then their weakened forces would be over.
I like the third option. I really would like to take the throne.
Wouldn't we have to stay here all the time?
No, man.
Okay, good.
Oleb doesn't. Oleb leaves for months on end, where he goes, he goes to Chachi-la-Weetakwe so that he can go whaling.
Oh, okay.
Or
all right. As long as I can leave
to Asim to go hunting. I mean, he's gone all the time.
Well, I think that we should let them kill each other for a while before we try to take over. And I don't want to try and take, as much as I want to be queen of something, I don't want to take over by myself.
That's correct. So, yeah, you do whatever you want to.
So tell me, where are our Marines at?
Your Marines are up here fighting with Princess Rao's faction up here in the Royal Docks.
Okay. And they're sort of our Marines, but they're also Oleb's Marines because he's the one that granted them to us. So like this whole they're shooting at us. Well, no, they're shooting at the royal.
So unlike the Hawk Warrior captain down on the surface with the rest of the guys, the Marines that you had stationed there, their orders from King Oleb were to follow your orders.
Right.
So they are doing what they are told.
Right.
So then the question is, I mean, Jacob, you are, I mean, you're loyal to King Oleb. What do you want? What do you want out of all this?
I'd like to get the soldiers back.
Okay. Yeah. Want to keep your troops safe.
Yeah. So.
What about
the herring, dude?
So essentially, Jacob's last orders were basically to protect Ching Shiih, but really your commanding officer would be General Rax. I mean, he would be who you would answer to directly.
Or who's down here with fighting off Herrick's supporters or fighting with Herrick's supporters. I'm unclear. Okay. What do you want to do with it?
Gee, decisions.
Well, I mean, that spaceport there is prime real estate in the floating palace if you're trying to do anything. I mean, controlling that dock is...
I think we should take over the dock.
Okay, but which one? Should we support the Marines at the
one?
Yeah.
Or should we go and
or the general is 7?
No, we should support.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a piece of chalk and I'm gonna draw a line right down the middle of the floating palace. I'll say, Princess Rao, you get this side, and Prince Herrick, you get this side, and you can't cross over.
That's right. We go to the royal dock.
Admiral Queen Lord has spoken.
Well, no, because that brings up a good point. He's asking if the Marines are being hit by Rao's supporters, how do they know what's going on in the rest of the ship? If they're all on the royal dock getting shot at by
they have sent a runner. They found somebody from the neutral factions that was willing to help them. But up here on the royal docks, they are in the middle of a firefight. This runner that they got, he ran back to the standard docks, and your Marines can report to you that General Rax is supporting Prince Herrick. Or maybe supporting is too strong of a term, but he's working with the Herrick faction.
Did the king leave behind any kind of will or anything, or he was just too crazy to?
He supported Princess Rao.
Yeah, here's what was stipulated. Originally, Prince Herrick was supposed to be the heir. Prince Herrick, 22 years ago, got himself mighty ugly and fucked up in the shuttle crash, and so he has spent the last 22 years actually now it's more like 25 years. And he spent 22 years in regeneration and cryopods. And then 3 years ago, roughly right after you showed up, he was taken out of those pods. But in that 22 years, Oleb needed an heir, and so he named his youngest daughter, Princess Rao, to be his heir. In that time, Rao has kind of taken that position and run with it, and day-to-day operations of the and I put this in quotes, the kingdom, for the last 25 years mostly has been done by Rao. She's the one that's been running almost everything, every aspect of Drinax. And King Oleb, being exceptionally bipolar and an alcoholic, has kind of just said fuck it and let her do it. And so he has had less and less a hand in things over time, allowing Rao to take over most everything.
All right then. So, okay, that clarifies things a bit.
You can also tell them to stand down and surrender, and they get sorted out as prisoners.
I think we should dock with our Marines.
Yeah, that would put you up here and put you directly into the firefight with your Marines.
I have big guns. It's okay.
Okay, so
and 23 armor that flies, so we're good.
Okay, so on your next turn, you will be heading for the docks, I guess, and we will make some piloting checks.
Okay,
but
sounds
good. In the meantime,
piloting check means it's just how good she did it. I mean,
right? I know, yeah, because she always smokes her rolls, so
she's gonna come in backwards and upside down.
Yes. Do a last minute flip to set down. Yeah, with her eyes closed.
Oh no, she wants to walk out on the roof.
Right? Yes.
Yeah.
She's gonna fly it like a kite, holding onto like strings. Hawk Warrior Captain
says a nasty thing and goes in the building.
goes running into the arcology, and you guys hear a gunshot.
Okay, time to see what that's about.
Time for him to go bye-bye.
I'm drawing on it. I was going to draw the chalk line. Sorry.
Gregor, what would you like to do?
I'm going to go into the building. Let's see, how far is it to the door?
It is from where you are, it is exactly 18 meters.
Gee.
So 18 meters to put you right at the door.
I'm going to stand to the side so somebody else can go in.
Okay. Kind of leapfrog. Keith, what do you want to do?
So I believe I activated my stealth.
Yes, you did. You
on
can
my
make
armor before.
You can make a stealth check.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a stealth check. I'm gonna try to stealth my way in.
Okay.
Stealth is plus what?
Dex, probably?
Dex.
So it would be your stealth skill plus your dex, and then you have what, a camouflage?
I have the I guess I just know that the battle dress came with a stealth pack on it.
Right. Yeah. Let me hold on here. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. Modifications. Looks like active camouflage. Active camouflage, which gives you an additional +4 to stealth checks versus recon and sensors.
So that's 17.
Okay. So
I think he's stealthy.
yeah, you guys see Keith go all predator and just go and kind of become a blurry see-through thing, and I'm sure Gregor feels a little bit of wind go past him as as Keith goes running into the building. So Keith, you get into this building. Make a recon plus intellect check.
Cool. 12.
So right here, you see that there is some blood smeared on the floor, like somebody had been either dragged or crawled themselves through here.
Oh, not good. I will.
Does it smell
my comms
kingly?
work with
Does
the
the
group?
blood smell kingly?
Is it blue? Is it blue blood? So I'm sorry. What were you gonna do, Keith?
I just wanted to know. Sorry, I wanted to know if my comms work with the group around me.
They are very spotty and very staticky, but in this short a range, let's see.
We're talking less than 20 meters.
You're less than 20 meters. You could you can reach everybody.
Okay, I just want to tell everybody that I'm seeing blood on the ground.
Okay. All right. Captain Beth, what do you want to do?
Probably move that way. How far can we move? 12?
18.
18. Okay. Wow, I can get pretty far in there. Boom.
Okay. And so, yeah, Beth, you can see the blood smear, and it goes off through this door. Make a recon plus intellect check.
That 10.
So you can hear in here your external speakers in your battle dress are picking up movement.
Okay, let's be careful. I hand signal.
Okay. Ting, what do you want to do?
Oh, if you recall, I too activated my stealth shit.
You're going to turn your squeaker box off?
I never turned it on. He told me it took an action. So that's a 16 on my stealth.
Yep, you go predator. And actually, I'm going to give you guys a little ninja icon.
That's because we're ninjas, Keith.
Well, it's because they don't have a predator icon. It's hard to draw that face with the mouth open.
I've got the cool claws. So Keith just has fucking laser rifles. Shit. It's boring. No one really likes that. I'm joking. That shit does massive damage. So I think if I just kind of stroll on in, I can get all the way up to there.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go up in here. I'm all stealthy and shit.
Okay.
Until, kind of touch Captain on the shoulder just slightly as I go past so she doesn't shoot me in the ass.
With a big monster gun.
In here, you see 3 people, and they are drawing down on each other. There are 2 people that you don't recognize. Well, wearing hostile environment vac suits. There's one here and one here. They are armed with Gauss pistols and blades. And they're on combat drugs. And then, of course, you see the Hawk Warrior captain here. Ting, make a recon plus intellect check.
Here we go.
Okay. You see that the sporadic blood trail continues from this door and goes up to this storage locker up here towards the corner of the room.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Can I signal to my compadres that, hey, like three tango people or whatever? Or
I think
just
you
want
have to unstealth or something, right? Because it'd be kind of hard to.
yeah, you're
Times or
currently active chameleon, so.
Yeah, I'm just seeing this, and I'm gonna watch my friends just stumble right on into it. That's what I'm gonna do, because I am a loyal guy.
That is the. Oops, that's the wrong thing.
I'll like turn on the comms, and I go, guys, I figured it out. If you don't get married, it's not premarital sex.
That's a good point. I never really thought about that. Interesting. Huh.
Join me for more biblical loopholes here on Pirates of Jacob.
So, let's see here. I'm going to shrink you down a little bit. Ching Shiih. Oh, yes. Ching Shiih. Make a piloting plus dex check. Gregor's going to hide in the other locker. Hey, I see he crawled into this one. I'm going to go in the one right next to him. Just close the
15.
Okay. So Ching Shiih makes this look exceptionally easy, brings the Harrier down through the cloud cover, and as you are coming to the floating palace, and just for shits and giggles, nope, there we go. This is, of course, what the floating palace looks like, floating in the. It's a cloud city kind of situation, and as you are coming into this dock, you can see that it is, of course, a dusky twilight as this storm is passing just underneath and partially around the floating palace. But you fly through the cloud layer and buffet the winds. You're 15. You make this look like a normal landing. But you can see on the dock down below in the gray twilight, you can see tracer rounds. People are shooting each other down there. And you bring the Harrier in and land. Jacob, she sets it down. What are you doing? Are you grabbing a gun and running out? What are you doing?
Wait, I have a question. Does the ship have a way to like broadcast audio to externally?
I would say it probably does. Yeah. I mean, it is listed as a Harrier class commerce raider. I can't really imagine a commerce raider that doesn't want to tell people to surrender and lay down their arms.
Then before he I piloted. Can I also, I don't know if talking is a free action.
I would say so, yeah. Especially if you're just using external audio on the ship.
Then I'm going to say, attention, Princess Rao supporters. This is her fiance aboard this ship, and these are our men that you are fighting with. Let's join forces and take the palace in the name of my love.
Interesting.
Hell yeah. She's just gonna stab him in the ass.
But I mean, because my thought is right now there are men, but maybe the Rouse supporters don't know that. They just see soldiers, so they're fighting them. But everybody knows that I'm Rao's girlfriend, and nobody knows that I think she's brainwashing me.
So it is your choice. You can make a either diplomat plus social check, or you can make a persuade plus social check.
Hold on. Okay. Social. I think 1. Yeah, social is 1. Diplomat's 1. What's persuade?
And actually, what is your social score right now?
My social score is 12.
You can go ahead and make that 13.
Sweet.
Since pretty much everybody on the palace knows that you are the concubine regent.
Okay.
So yeah, go your choice, either diplomat or persuade plus social.
Okay, so if my social is 13, does that change my modifier?
No, it's still +1.
It's still +1. Okay. So
I'm sorry. No, it's +2.
It's +2 now?
It is. Okay. Well, 12 is +2.
Oh, I did not update that then. Okay. So I'm going to use, I mean, it doesn't really matter because my diplomat is +1 and my persuade is +1.
Right.
And my social is +2. 9, 10, 12.
Okay. So Rao's forces here are convinced. They stop firing and they don't drop their weapons, but they hold up their arms. And so did the Marines. They're like, okay, well,
they're back.
This is weird. And so I will give them the fist. But you can see that all of these forces are all wearing uniforms bearing this crest. This is Princess Rao's personal crest. You've seen this, a number of times. She's got banners of it in her private quarters, and
I got like a tattoo of it on my neck because she's my girlfriend.
Right? Yeah. It's right next to the Steel Reserve 211 tattoo.
Okay.
Princess Rao has as a tramp stamp, But so Jacob, she sets the ship down, and you hear her kind of take charge of the situation and kind of smooth things over. Jacob, what would you like to do?
I would like to talk to my fellow Marines to see what they actually know.
So they give you a sit rep. They tell you that Rao's forces are currently engaged with neutrals in the bazaar. As far as they know, that's as much as they know. But they are thinking that really the end goal is probably the throne room. But your Marines tell you there is a lot of them between us and there. So
maybe not cut that.
Rao's forces tell you that they have already taken the throne room, but they are currently actively fighting against neutrals and Prince Herrick's forces. They are aware that General Rax has put out a call for loyalist ships to land on the other dock, and they tell you that they actively control. What is number 6? It is Rao's forces actively control starport control, so they are keeping Rax and Herrick's forces contained on the docks.
I think what I want to do is order my men to get on the ship. That way we could swing around to the other dock and take control of the other dock.
Okay. What do you want to do with Rao's forces?
I don't know.
I mean, their initial reactions, they start to follow the Marines. Like, oh, we're all one happy family now.
Well, if we leave them, if they come with us, then that leaves that dock unprotected. So I would rather leave them there, seeing how right now they're on our side, and we could go to the other side and take over both docks.
Gotcha. That's not a terrible idea. And I mean, you got a shit-hot pilot here, so I mean, swinging around an ovoid structure shouldn't be too difficult for her. Okay, so they are on board with that, and they are following your orders, even though you don't outrank any of them, but they all kind of are needing somebody to tell them what to do, because all of these Marines are confused as shit about what is going on.
Fair. Well, so we can put them at ease. Like, if Oleb's last official decree was that Rao is the heir, like the last official, even if his behavior suggests otherwise, even if circumstances change, the last official thing he said was Rao was in charge.
True.
And while I am not officially installed in any kind of position of power, in her absence, I have her concerns as my priority. Her best interests are my priority. True. So I feel like the Marines that were also tasked to follow us, and I'm the voice of the heir apparent, official heir apparent, would put them at ease.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that exactly. And because he is Jacob is his last orders will be your personal bodyguard. They, like I said, even though he doesn't outrank them, they are following him because he has your ear clearly.
Excellent.
Okay.
Okay. We're good. Thanks.
All right.
You know, who knows?
Wake up, Ting.
Okay. So, Gregor, what would you like to do?
Okay, the ground folks. I'm thinking of going around the other way instead of following you guys into the front. I think I'll take the back door.
You could do that.
If Oleb is not dead, and these assassins have tried to catch him, you would learn that. Stop him from escaping.
Yeah, I mean, you could go in this door here.
And how far is that?
It would be... you could get up there with 3 minor actions. I would say you could, yeah, it's 3 minor actions no matter how you look at it.
And I draw my pistol.
Okay. Yeah, so you run up there, and there are electrical arcs bouncing off of this all over the place. The hair on your arms inside your armor is kind of standing up from all the static. Keith, what would you like to do?
Keith is going to go.
I think I'm going to try to sneak past Ting
Okay.
Flip past him. Is it possible? Let me see
When you're
how
both
far.
wearing stealth armor, don't you just knock into each other?
Yeah.
No, we
I
do the
I
Pat
can't
him
go
on the
that
back.
far. And
I
No,
would
we
say
do-
that you could get to right here with one minor action.
okay.
We just
All
do a
right.
little high five, low five as he goes by. Yeah. Yeah. Keith and I love to kill people together. It's fun.
That's right.
Just pat him on the butt as you go by. Good game. Good game.
Yeah. A little squeeze there, you know.
Yeah.
It's not in a sexual way, a reaffirming way.
Doesn't reaffirm me to do anything, but
I'm going
Our
to give
HR
away my
department's
position
a
and
little
attack
tainted.
this guy.
okay, yeah, you can
Alright.
attack him. He does have cover, but his cover isn't that good. It counts as a tree trunk. So hold on. He's wearing a hostile environment vac suit, which gives him plus 12 protection, which means that overall he has plus 18 protection.
Okay. Ten.
Okay. That is a plus 2 to damage.
4D plus 15.
Okay, so 24.
24. He is going to take 6. So your laser rifle shoots through this barrel and hits him directly in the chest, and his suit is breached. It catches fire a little bit. He's now aware that this blurry thing just shot a laser at him. And he's unhappy about that. Hold on here. Let me...
But he has other things to worry about.
He does.
The hole in his chest.
Yeah, for one, there's a hole in his chest. You know, that's not good. He's going... Okay. Now we know where they sit. Captain Beth, what would you like to do?
Bust in there and start shooting.
Okay. That shouldn't be a problem for you. So, who do you want to shoot at?
This human assassin.
Okay. Go for it.
$11.
Okay. That is a plus 3 to damage.
Let's see here.
What are you firing?
But yeah, I don't know. I did the roll for heavy.
Yeah, if you're,
weapons.
I mean,
I thought-
it's not a plus 3 damage, but I mean, who can argue with a plasma gun, right?
Yeah. I didn't think I would set it down before coming in here. That's all.
Right. So that
Okay.
that is a hit. Go ahead and roll 1d times 10.
Kind
Oh,
of
I got
blow
a 6.
Holy shit!
So they're a goo pile for sure.
the entire northwest
so that
corner
means
of
he's
the
going
room
to
goes
take
away.
42 points of damage. I don't. Yeah, no, he can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you know, the council here and the council there are gone too.
Yeah, yeah. Beth lights up this guy. This crate is vaporized, and now a melted. It's not even really on fire. It is literally a puddle. And this guy is there's nothing left of it. They're literally he's just vapor. He's gone. Ting, you see this this war crime happen. What would you like to do? Yep, you're muted.
I know what he's going to do. He's going to go get the Hawk Warrior Captain and stab him in the ass.
I can use this. I can get way the fuck 6. I can get just on the other side of that thing right there. Yeah. And I'm just kind of hidden here. You know what? I want to do something else. I want to just kind of keep going in my thing and go right over here to this locker and just kind of wait till next round so I can look in their locker. I'm not really fucked up about these other guys. You know, I mean, the dude's going to die soon.
I would say you would still have one minor action if you wanted to poke your head inside that locker.
Well, fuck yeah, I do.
So the as you can see here, this locker door is not completely closed, and you poke your head in this locker, and you see Oleb laying there. Ting, make a recon plus intellect check.
This is vision based?
Yes.
I'm just clarifying so I can get my extra +1. 13.
Okay. Yeah. So on your way here on the floor, you pass by a med kit that is laying on the ground.
Okay. Man, I don't need to touch that med kit. But is he got signs of life at all, or is he looking dead?
Let's see here. He is still moving, and he coughs and blood comes out of his mouth, and he looks up at you, and he says, "The star-cursed grav belt gave up on me, and I fell. I dropped my emergency medical supplies. Can you grab my med kit? It's got my bloody medicine in it. If you grab it, I'll make you a bloody archduke of somewhere."
I was like, yeah, I could
his
do
medicine?
better.
A 25-year-old Scotch?
I'm going to ignore the king and hit my comm thing and tell the captain the king is alive. He needs his medical attention.
Okay. So, yeah, Beth, you can see that there is a med kit on the floor here.
Okay.
Me handling that is not ideal. Yeah.
You're not
if I have the time, I'll go ahead and tell the king that, you know, Captain Beth of the Capricin crew, the Pirates of Drinax, is coming to your aid, sir, with your medical.
I'll doctor real hard over there.
Yeah.
Great.
I'll doctor so hard. So, Ching Shiih, I assume you're wanting to fly around to the other dock. Go ahead and make another piloting plus dex check.
I do want to fly over to the other dock. I have no idea what the hell we're going to do when we get there, but we're going to get there.
You're going to say hi. Hi, we're here to help.
13.
Okay. Not doing what it used to do. So Ching Shiih, you guys get back onto the Harrier, and she just whips it around, almost like she keeps the nose pointed at the floating palace and just kind of slides all the way around and lands over on these docks. Now, as you come in here, you don't see the tracer fire from weapons like you did before, and you set the. But you do see that there are a number of Marines or a number of Drinax forces here. These guys they all look like, well, they look like this. So this is actually very similar to the armor that Ching Shiih wears. This is, except
I don't have wings, right?
you don't have the
Yeah,
wings.
she doesn't look like a dork. So.
Right.
I know. Hello.
So the difference is that Ching Shiih's is actually a really real suit, whereas the Hawk Warriors, and this is the standard combat armor for Drinax. It is tech level 15, but it is a ceremonial armor. And of course, Oleb has always insisted on keeping it because, it kind of goes with his motif of flying around in the upper atmosphere with his Hawk Warriors, which used to be a good idea until he crashed. The other thing about these guys is that the reality is that Drinax's forces are not that skilled. They don't have any real experience in open combat. They might have some training drills that they do, but the reality is that Drinax has about 45 to 46,000 people as a population to draw from for their forces, whereas the Imperium has, quadrillions. And so the Imperium can kind of pick and choose and draw from the cream of the crop across, I forget, 10,000, 20,000 worlds, whereas Drinax has the palace. And so these guys, yeah, I mean, not only are they in ceremonial armor, they're just not very skilled about it. I'm going to change Jacob's initiative also to 10. Put him up here. And so Ching Shiih sets the Harrier down, and the back, drops the rear cargo ramp, which is not just for cargo; it's also for loading and unloading your Marines.
Right,
Jacob.
Before I drop the tailgate, how many Herrick supporters are on the deck?
So you see General Rax, who is also wearing this ridiculous armor. Right. But there's not that many. And all of them have their guns aimed towards starport control. And every once in a while a shot rings out from the balcony of starport control and somebody shoots back. Nobody's hitting anything, but
someone's about to start hitting something.
Right. So the ramp comes down. Jacob, what are you doing?
Say hello to my little friends.
We run out and take control of the deck by shooting some motherfuckers.
So who are you shooting? The Herrick supporters and Rax?
I think at this point, yes, because my orders is to protect the Ching Shiih, and
I said so.
Okay then. All right.
Terrible idea, but we're just up here fucking stuff up on our own. Sorry, guys. Come back to a pile of rubble. You'll just see it like falling from the sky in slow motion.
So
we'll go after them. You should go after.
Is there a communication tower in the palace?
Yeah,
wait, everybody's talking at the same time. So I can't hear anything.
So
everybody's talking.
So they do have communications abilities from the starport control up here. Starport control is currently under the control of Rao's forces.
So I'm thinking what we do, since that way we technically don't have to pick sides. We don't kill Rax and his men, but we do overrun them and take them our prisoners for right now.
So yeah, let's see. You have 3 Marines with you.
So 1 or 2 supporters might have to die to convince them that we're serious.
Oh, wait a minute. No, you have more than 3.
I have more than that. I think.
Yeah, because you have the Marines
Full
from
retinue.
you have the Marines from
The other guy.
from the Osiris,
Yep.
which
Is 12.
I'm sorry, you have 12 Marines, which is
We're gonna get a palace.
yeah, that is going to be a overwhelming force for Herrick's forces. So how do you, when you say you want to overrun them, how do you want to go about that?
Yeah.
Are you shooting first, or are you giving
Offer-
orders and seeing if they'll stand down?
I'm giving orders to stand down.
Okay. Go ahead and make your choice, either diplomat or persuade, plus your social modifier.
Not. What about admin?
Hold on while I fill out the paperwork to have you surrender.
Well, because military is very much the chain of command. I don't know. Okay.
I would
And
surrender, but you didn't fill out form I-595 in triplicate. I need the green page.
Okay.
You forgot to cross this T.
So he got 8. This is going to be brutal, though. He got 8, but does not have. I mean, you did get a skill point that we didn't assign earlier.
Yeah, you could assign it into diplomat or
Can we give
persuade.
Yeah, can we give him a 0 in persuade?
Yes, you could.
Cool. All right. So then he rolled an 8.
Okay, so
And his total is 0, so it's just an 8.
So just an 8 is not enough for them to stand down. General Rax is like, his face gets bright red, and the vein sticks out in his forehead so much that his helmet's not quite fitting right. He is beyond pissed that that one of his troops would dare to give him orders. And he orders his Marines to take the Harrier.
Good fucking luck.
Right. All right.
Okay, he starts it, and he started it. I mean,
Get back in the hurry and put a round through the door airlock.
Right?
The docking door.
The Hawk Warrior captain.
How about a nuke into the dock?
I forgot. That's a puddle. Oh, that guy's not going to get any cover. Okay. All right. So, Hawk Warrior captain is using a Gauss pistol on burst.
I won't even get to kill him.
He gets a +1 to damage. So that is 3D plus 5, or 3D plus 3. For 15, he hits this guy, but it does not go through his armor. Now the guy's really kind of paying attention to him because he doesn't have any cover. And he also has a Gauss pistol. Wait, I have to look at the Hawk Warrior armor again. This is the easiest way to do it. So their armor gives them +19. Jeez. Okay. Well, here we go. He gets a +1 to damage. And he doesn't get through the Hawkwarrior captain's armor. They are basically in a pissing match with each other, is what they are doing. Gregor, what would you like to do?
I would like to. Is this door going to activate if I approach it?
The door is there is basically a rip through the airlock door. This door will never close again. There's just a big gash in the door.
I throw in a frag grenade.
Oh shit. Okay. Go ahead and make your athletics dex check.
Oh, I'm not going to like this.
The frag grenade has a 9-meter blast rate. That doesn't sound right.
I get an 8.
Okay, so you drop it exactly where you need to. Hold on just a moment. Let me look up.
I hit him in the head with it.
Vehicle
Oh,
heavy
great.
weapon.
I'm 7 meters away, I want to point out.
Yeah.
Well, I can't see you.
I'm gonna toss it into the corner. The corner would hit him,
It has.
but then Keith would be out of range.
Yeah, so you drop the grenade exactly where it's supposed to be.
Loop it around the corner. Yeah. Please don't kill him.
This is my first use of a grenade, so.
Yeah, Ting does it all the time.
Ting does it all the time, but I thought I learned something from him.
All right, so roll 5d for damage. Seventeen.
17.
He is going to. Whoop, he is going to take 5. So that's 0 minus another 3.
I got his attention.
Yeah, boom goes off. Keith, what's your armor?
17.
It's 26.
Oh, and Beth, what is your armor?
27. Yeah.
Okay, so this explosion goes off, and you guys are peppered in shrapnel, but you don't take any damage. Your battle dress prevents the worst of it from getting through. With your minor action, Gregor, did you want to move at all?
No.
Okay.
The idea of going in the room for a few meters and letting him shoot me is not appealing.
You know, I always give you guys the option. I always give you just enough rope. So Keith, what would you like to do?
I guess this guy needs to go down, so I'm going to try to take him down.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, if you moved, just saying, if you move, yeah, you could move here, and he wouldn't have any cover.
Well, that cover right in front of him.
That would drop his armor protection from 18 to 12.
Yeah, I think that's probably wise. I'll move over here.
Okay.
Okay, so that gives me 9.
A 9 to hit, so that is a +1 to damage.
Okay. $20.
Ouch. So he oops. your laser pierces his hazardous environment suit, and he collapses unconscious.
Awesome.
Good news.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we can interrogate him later if we keep him alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keith, roll 2d6.
Okay.
Guess he was noble.
That's sorry. Yeah, 8.
So he's unconscious. He will survive if given even the most basic of emergency assistance, and he'll suffer no ill effects otherwise. If he is not given treatment, he will permanently lose D3 points from either strength or endurance. But just simple first aid will keep him from cacking it. So, Ting has reported that Oleb is up here in this locker, and Beth, you see that Oleb's med kit is on the floor. That he has told Ting that his medication is in his med kit.
Can I peek inside?
Inside the med kit?
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
know what kind of drugs he takes.
Yes.
Oleb needs speed.
Yes, you can. And you open it up, and there is the only thing in the med kit is a bottle of wine.
I knew it. Gosh. Okay, I am gonna go over there and give him actual medical assistance.
Okay. Do you bring him his med kit?
He's bleeding. I don't want to thin his blood, so no, I don't.
Okay, well,
Because he shouldn't drink more.
Sorry, Ting, you're not going to be the Archduke of somewhere.
Oh, well, we're not done yet. Just give me a while.
So, Beth, go ahead and make a medic plus education check.
I got 12.
Okay. So, you kind of patch him up, but Oleb is really broken. I mean, he's pretty messed up. And as you're working on him, he looks at you and goes, "Gah, I'm dying. That's boring. Listen, don't let those vampires from the Scholar's Tower get their claws into my carcass. I saw what they did to my boy, Herrick. I don't want to end up like the Duke of Albi, pulled out of stasis once a century to sign a form and take a dump. No, let me die. You come up with some really good last words. I appoint the court poet extraordinary. I appoint you the court poet extraordinaire of Drinax, bard of Sindal, and grand high eternity trump of the Outrim Void." And he coughs up what appears to be most of a lung. "Want to be Space Pope too, and absolve me of all my sins?"
Only right after you name your heir.
We got to bring him his wine. Now I feel really shitty about not doing that. That was like his last request.
So he takes the wine and painkillers and takes a big pull on his wine. He says, "We can't stay here. The floating palace. It's a joke, a cage, a stupid thing. We were dragons once. We will rule the stars again. I gave you a letter of marque when we started this campaign of piracy. It's still good. Bring back the kingdom, and all will be forgiven." And he looks to Ting, and he coughs, and he says, Listen, lads, listen. Tell Prince Herrick, no, he's not right for it. Rao, she'll be queen, but she needs someone to warn her. There's too much of the Sindalian in her. Warn her. No more. And he passes out. Falls unconscious.
Oh, shit. Ooh.
Did anybody get that on tape?
Yes, actually Ting
He
did.
might have.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
He stole a reporter's little hovering camera system, so it follows him around everywhere.
I like
You
to
might need
refer
to edit
to
out
it
that
as,
part about piracy, though, before show it to people.
Yeah, maybe cut that part out entirely.
I'm going to highly edit anything that,
No matter how bad things go, you guys always end up looking like the heroes on Ting's videos.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. Ooh, good game.
So we will pick this up next week with Ching Shiih and Jacob getting ready to take over the docks. We'll just move down here to Ching Shiih and Jacob. And so we will pick this up Wednesday night at 7 o'clock.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Hopefully with Oleb's corpse and video ready to broadcast to the palace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Edit it on the Dragonfly ride back up. Okay, bye everybody.
Have a good night, guys.
Have
I
a
will
good
see you
night.
next week.
Bye.